What's up? What's up? What's up? Rick Paulton and not Ryan Inman, not
I'm
Bruce
Tiki.
So Cool. It is frequent collaborator and the creator of that awesome intro that you just seen, Tiki from Talkin Tapes Media.
What is up? Not much. I was just showing Rick this before we went live. I got the ugly Jason cans.
The mask doesn't look as bad on the can. I think it actually
looks cooler on the can.
Yeah, it does.
I bet you it's gonna is blood orange a Halloween flavor though? I don't think it is. Is it just because it has blood in it?
You know it. That's absolutely wise. You're gonna try one of those?
Yep. It tastes like an angry orchard.
You all taste the same?
I mean, some of them taste different, but they're just like shitty malt ciders anyways. The pumpkin one that came in this pack was really good.
Right on.
Then they had like a berry one. That one was pretty weird.
I tried to find some of those, but I couldn't find them anywhere.
Myers. You know, in beautiful Westlake, Ohio.
I will have to try to get out there. Well, I had an idea a while ago to start doing reviews of current movies, spoiler filled, which this will be. And when I had this idea, both of my co-hosts were watching every movie in the theater, and now neither one of them have watched shit, so I haven't been able to do it. But you have seen Weapons. I have seen Weapons.
I have.
So we decided to jump on here and do a review of the movie Weapons. Oh, you got cat back there.
Good old Janice.
Yeah. Mine's right here. You can see him.
My cat's too big to miss.
Oh, he's big. He's not quite as big as yours. See?
He's a big lady.
Yeah, it's a big guy. I have this other chair that Ryan usually sits in if he's here, but it's really his chair. He watches movies from it, and he's chill. So, anywho, how are things?
They're going good. Shameless plug real fast. If you haven't watched Summer Screams yet, tune into that. Wonderful Jason Pitts set a movie in for me. The great people at Dead Terror Vision, which they're not putting out movies anymore, so go check out all the stuff on sale. They're still making movies. They're just not like a production company anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
But they have really awesome stuff, and then like a bunch of creators. So go to the Talkin Tapes Media YouTube page, watch that stuff. It's real fun. And then we have a Halloween one coming up.
The one that started it all.
Yeah, the one that started it all. That drops October 4th. And we're looking for collaborators. So if you're watching this and you're like, man, I want Tiki to edit something and make me look cool, reach out because I'll make you look cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll put something together for sure.
Yeah.
And get you something for the content. Right on. So what did you think of that before we get into Weapons? Did you watch this Jason Universe Sweet Revenge thing? No.
No.
It suckered you into buying the cider, but you didn't have time for the film. I'm sorry, I don't want to call it a film. It's a 15-minute commercial.
Isn't that director doing like a big movie next year? What was he? He's doing some.
I don't know. Let's see if we can find that out.
Some relevant horror movie. I'm trying to remember what he's doing, but no, like 15 minutes for a hard cider ad's too much. I'm not even when I heard it, I wasn't even interested in watching it.
It wasn't. I mean, they had the product placement. I don't think they ever mentioned it once, but they did have product placement all over the place. You know, it was directed by Mike P. Nelson. He was known for Wrong Turn. How about that? VHS 85. Oh, he's got some credits, man. Let's look at this. The new Silent Night, Deadly Night. That may be what you were thinking of.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a couple. Well, those are the ones that we would care about. All the ones they just said.
So, harsh opinion, Silent Night, Deadly Night did not need a remake, and it's not going to work.
Isn't the sequel to that basically a remake of the first one anyway?
Oh yeah, dude. The first 30 minutes explains the first movie to you. You don't even
Right.
gotta.
It's kind of like Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. You know, you don't really need Evil Dead anymore because Evil Dead 2 shows all that shit.
It's also like those kind of cult classic movies. Like everyone's already heard me. If you're friends with me on Facebook, how much shit I've talked about the Toxic Avenger without having seen it. Just because like those movies are not meant to be good. So like, why are we trying? Like, just leave them bad old movies.
Right. Well, I'm interested in that. I'm going to see what it's about. I don't think in any way it can be good. I just don't.
Fuck Peter Dinklage.
Right. I mean, maybe it'll look better, but like you said, it's not supposed to.
It was never supposed to be a good movie.
Right.
It's supposed to be a fun movie. I mean, maybe they can make a fun movie, but like the concept's been done. I don't see what more you can do.
Yeah, I don't know. And then we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'll go watch it because I watch all of these things. I was in a theater like 4 times last week. I'm going Thursday, which by the time this airs will have already happened, to see the Hell House movie.
I just watched the first one. I'm supposed to go on the Horrorcraft podcast and talk about that.
Oh, right on. Cool.
The first one was cool. I never realized I actually saw the hotel in person.
Yeah, that's the Waldorf. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Lehighton, PA, which is where the Mahoning Drive-In is.
Did you go to the haunted house, or you just went to see the
No, I remember driving past it and going, "Look at that shitty little haunted house."
It's really a good haunted house.
Oh, I bet you it is. I'm just a hater. And
yeah,
I was like,
allegedly.
Look at this. And then went to the
interrupt
shitty little drive-in.
My door. What do you want? Well, hurry up and get it. Well, don't worry about what I'm doing. Yeah, Ricky making a run in to get his mom's phone that she left down here. Look how doughy he's getting. That's a fat little kid, isn't it?
Oh, dude, mine are fucking pudgers, and they're short. They're screwed. I'm gonna be built like their old man. I can't help it.
Can't help it. Yeah, we went to Texas Chainsaw yesterday. He was dressed as the hitchhiker, but the hitchhiker, like, he put on some pounds.
You've been eating good.
Chubby. Eating the chili. Oh, Christ. Oh, man. What were we talking about? Oh, Hell House. Yeah, I tried to watch that movie so many times and I never could get through it. I don't know why, but I forced myself to get through it the other day. I'm not a big found footage fan, so I'm excited that the new one's not found footage, but it wasn't bad. It might be the best found footage movie I ever seen. But now I got 4 more, and I don't know about that, but we'll see.
The second one is boring as fuck. It's like watching the news. It's like that's the movie. The whole premise of the movie is you got to sit and watch the news. And I was very happy because I reached out to the ladies. I was like, "Do I have to talk about all 4 of these?" And like just the first one, I was like, "Thank fucking God, I don't think I can sit through all of these." I'm gonna watch a YouTube recap and see the new one.
Yeah, no doubt. The one I think is gonna be good because it's not a found footage movie. They that crew that made those, they did that Forest Road 825 on Shudder. Did you see that? 825 Forest Road, I think it's called. It's another haunted house movie. It was decent. Not great, but decent. And seen Witchboard the other day.
I didn't even know that they made a remake of Witchboard.
I've known for years that this was going to be a thing. It had some production issues, and then they were making it during that strike, and I was excited because I'm a big fan of the first one. And again, it's not a good movie, and like you were saying, maybe these not good movies don't need remakes. But I liked it. I liked the original anyway, and I had a chance to either go to watch Wishmaster with Robert Kurtzman, or watch Witchboard with my wife, and she decided that we were going to go watch Witchboard instead of Wishmaster, and I wish we would have done the opposite. But I didn't hate the movie. Don't get me wrong, I didn't hate the movie. It's not good, though. Horrible CGI, even worse acting. The No Ouija board. No Ouija board in the movie. That was kind of odd move. You know? I figured that was an element that would have to stay in a remake. It's not there.
It's kind of the name of the movie almost.
Right. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say Parker Brothers said, nah, dog, y'all can't have the Ouija board. You know?
Yeah, back then they didn't care. They just used it.
Yeah. Yeah, back then was a different time. But nowadays when you got Disney making the monkey people change the monkey for the movie because they own the Symbols monkey, from Toy Story. So they wouldn't even let Stephen King and those guys use that monkey. So they weren't going to, Parker Brothers wasn't going to let them use the movie without paying a lot of money. I guess the movie had a $19 million budget. It made $100,000.
Holy shit! I didn't even hear it got released.
That's the thing, right? They didn't. It wasn't announced too much. It was you only seen trailers. I seen the first trailer 2 weeks ago, I think. And I do this, so you'd think I'd see a bunch of them. Plus, it's one of my favorite movies. The original was, and then when it was released, it was at like 3 different theaters in Cleveland. In Cleveland, we've got like 25 different movie theaters within a 20-mile radius. So we get everything. Three movie theaters had it. None of them necessarily closed. I went to Menor, and it was all at like 10:50 at night. This one, I caught a showing. This was the only showing that was at a decent hour. Is at 6. So it was either go at 6 to see Wishmaster with Robert Kurtzman, and I wish I would have did that, or go see this at 6, or go. If I would have did that, I had to see this at 10, and I can't stay up late. So who knows? Yeah, but it wasn't. It's okay. That's all it was.
Yeah, whoever did the marketing for that movie with a $19 million budget,
right,
would have some kind of crazy marketing backing it.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for an independent film, man.
I shouldn't have heard more buzz about the movie Stream.
Right.
Than I heard about.
Did not have 19 million. And was easier to see.
Good movie. I don't care what Ryan says. I enjoyed it.
I didn't hate it. I did enjoy parts of it. I loved all of the horror icons popping up, people we know from conventions that we've sat and chilled with. It was all the cool convention people.
I think that's what made it fun. Like, oh, I know these people,
right? And it's not like the people at conventions that are like $100, get out of my face. The people at conventions that like hang out at the bar and they chill with you, and so it was like it was a lot. It was pretty cool. Kills were awesome. I don't know. Ryan bags on a lot of stuff a lot.
He just needs to watch Raccoon. I'm not going to give up on this fight.
Can't wait. We have to make that happen.
We got to make it happen.
Raccoon.
I still haven't watched it, so I don't know why I keep pushing it so hard on him. But
just because it'll drive him insane.
Oh, I have to. Every chance I get, I'm going to bring up Raccoon to him.
Before you get in this movie, did you get a chance to catch our giveaway last night?
I did not, because I was in the middle of seeing this.
Yeah, you got to go back and just watch the last like 5 minutes of it so you can see how close you were to winning. It was just insane. It was like, because the way I did it is I had everybody that ordered a shirt, all their names in a wheel, and then I would spin the wheel. I think the wheel's still here. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. And yeah, I would spin the wheel and then take a name off. And then the last name standing was the winner. So it's going through the last thing. And it's you and Charles Sherrod. You're red, he's blue. And it's blue. And you're like, oh, Tiki won. Bink. It took like 2 whole seconds. And I was like, dude, that's crazy, man.
Charles Sherrod, I challenge you to physical combat over the Bob Elmore print.
Yeah, he's a great dude, though. He's supported the podcast since the beginning. He bought some masks from Ryan before he's helped us out with some of the editing too, and stuff. Like I think he made like an ad for us or something. He did something for us. Oh, he hates my. You know what it is? When I used to have the backgrounds when I was watching a movie, I'll pop one up real quick, and he would see it, and it would be like absolutely horrible quality. Like here, like this is. See how it's like all fuzzy and stuff. He was like, dude, you got to get like at least high def backgrounds. And then he got us this one. Is this one? Yeah, this one's 1080p. And I think he got us that one. Or maybe this one. No, it was this one, the Halloween one. See how it's all crispy and clear? He
Thank
didn't
God I
make
made
it.
you guys a new one.
Yeah. This is sweet. I really dig this one. It fits us. It suits us. We don't need to change it. We have the space up there where we could put the name of the movie, which we didn't tonight, but we could have. But
It's weapons.
yeah, it's weapons. So, what was your anticipation going into this movie? But
So the director Zach Greger, is his name Krager?
Zach Greger,
I am a huge fan of The Whitest Kids You Know.
you would be.
And yeah, it's my generation. It's now I tried to show it to my wife, and now I'm realizing it's not funny unless you were that age. Like at that point in time, it was funny. Now I'm an adult, and I'm like, this shit is kind of bad.
My
But
kid loves it. My kid, who is in your generation,
but Barbarian
today.
Ooh, Barbarian won movie of the year for me the year it was released.
It was amazing.
Barbarian blew my mind, so I purposely skipped every trailer I could for this movie. I didn't watch a single trailer.
The good thing about the trailers, though, for this is it told you nothing. So even if you've seen them, it wouldn't have mattered.
I just try not to watch them anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I've had too many movies spoiled.
Right.
So from like the hype I've seen on Facebook and everything, like I was like, this movie is about to be like generational. Like this movie is gonna blow my mind. And why I did think it was a very good movie, like it was a lot of fun. I do believe it's extremely overhyped in the sense. Like I think it's good. I do. A lot of it's very predictable in a sense. But like everyone's like 4.5, one of the greatest in years, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I watch so many indie films.
Yeah.
So like I'm watching the evolution of horror like on fucking Tubi.
Yeah.
But it didn't hit how everyone was expecting me to hit. Maybe if I didn't read the reviews, I would also be one of those guys that's like, this movie is like mind blowing. But to me, the ending was very underwhelming.
Yeah, I get that. That you kind of like overhyped yourself up, like I've done that before too with things, like and it might even still be good, but you expected it to be so much better. Like in wrestling, when you hear like a wrestling match that's gonna happen, and like me and my kid back in the day, it was Jushin Thunder Liger. They brought him to NXT and WWE, and he was one of my favorites in the early '90s.
I know exactly what match you're talking about.
Where he wrestled, what was his name? Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be the greatest thing ever. And it was decent. But to me, it just didn't live up to the hype because I hyped myself up too much. So when me and my son, when we talk, if you do that, if you hype yourself up to something, we call it you ligered yourself.
It's basically how like the underwhelming feeling of watching any Brock Lesnar match. Like I'll say it. I've seen like one good Brock Lesnar wrestling match, but not to get off topic.
I will vehemently disagree with that.
Him and Kurt Angle is the only one that matters.
That was the best one, and there was many of them. There wasn't just one of them.
All right, anything he did with Kurt Angle, the rest of it is.
I'd be interested to see those backstage shoot wrestling matches those two had.
Yeah.
About that. Yeah, that Kurt would always do that. Anytime somebody had a wrestling background, he'd throw a mat down on the floor and be like, let's get it, and like obviously everybody but Brock Lesnar got destroyed in a matter of seconds. But the Brock Lesnar ones are legendary, and depending on who you talk to, like it was pretty even, but even that's a crazy in itself though. For a guy Kurt Angle's weight to be even with a guy like Brock Lesnar would be insane, because
peak Angle, man.
Kurt Angle's the greatest wrestler of all time. Like wrestler, like shoot wrestler.
So, honestly, you just say one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, he's a monster. Right on. So yeah, for Zach Greger, he did the Barbarian, and he's about to do Resident Evil. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see that.
I seen in an interview he did. They were asking him about the movies and what he thought of the movies, and he said the previous movies. He said he didn't see either one of them, and he's not going to. He said he played the video games. It's all he needs to do. and I love
that
it.
honestly is great to hear.
Yeah, I know, because those movies had nothing. They were nothing. There was only one of them that was like the games, and that was
And
the
then
Return to Raccoon City or whatever.
yeah, the like last one that came out, which
Yeah,
like in the theater made me feel sick because they kept doing that flashlight effect
yeah,
like in the game, and I was like, this
yeah.
isn't fun. My eyes hurt.
Yeah, the angles and the shots, they were like they would be in the game. Like they faded the coloring to be like the game. It was awesome. And then at the end you had the post credit teaser where it looked like we were going to get so much more, and then they were like, nah, we don't want to do that. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm excited about it. I hope he can somehow weave in some of the elements of the George Romero Resident Evil that never happened. You know
It's
about
true. I
that?
always forget about that. Yeah, they're about to drop a documentary on it.
It dropped. The guy was supposed to be on the show, and then we just didn't have when he had time, I didn't have time, and vice versa. And someday we'll get him on. I forgive me, I can't remember his name. It starts with a B. But I met him at in Gettysburg.
Give me 1 second while I shut my window. It just start pouring rain.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get rain all up in the house. What are you doing? Got the shining pillows to go with your shining curtains. It's pretty.
Don't buy the shining curtains. They cost way too fucking much.
I want to get the carpet, man, but like for a 4x8 carpet, it's like $300, and I want it to fill up my whole house or my whole room.
The problem with I was gonna get the carpet too. The problem is they're all like the squishy material, and none of them are actual carpet.
Oh yeah, see that's another thing. You wouldn't know what they're like until you get them, and then it's like dealing with the people overseas that bootlegged it that you bought it from.
Yeah, I think the curtains were like $150 or something ridiculous.
So my initial thoughts of Weapons, it's like before seeing it, like I seen the trailer, it looked interesting, like the tone of the movie looked good, and then of course I was a big fan of Barbarian as well, so I really like that, and then I like how the trailer gave away nothing, like I said, so I was definitely interested in it, and then 2 weeks ago when it came out, or did it come out last week, right after the show, I noticed that there was a showing at like 8:30. So I was like, oh, let's just rush up there and see it like right now. And that's what we did. And I really enjoyed it. And one of the reasons why I was so excited to see it, though, was the 100% on Rotten Tomatoes greatest movie ever kind of bit. For me, it was really good, but I don't know if it'll crack the top 5 of movies this year, to be honest with you. I really don't. It might.
I was expecting this to be my pick of the year for horror movies, like just when I heard about who made it and everything. So that's kind of how I was going in, and I hate to admit it, it's not dethroning the monkey in my eyes.
I love the monkey. I love the monkey. I like the monkey better than this. Which oddly enough, Oscar Perkins directed that, who also directed Long Legs, and I thought this movie had a lot of the Long Legs feel to it. I thought this movie was Long Legs but better.
I couldn't even get into Long Legs. Like I think I watched 30-40 minutes of it, and I was like, I
know a lot of people either loved that or was like, just dismissed it. Like my son was the same way, and he agreed that this movie was like Long Legs but better, but he didn't like Long Legs. I did like Long Legs. I just like this a lot better because I think they did that kind of style of movie better. I love the way it was broken down into chapters. More movies need to do that.
How it went through like each individual character's story and showed how they intertwined was like very interesting storytelling.
Right. So you had to watch 5 20-minute short films instead of 1 2-hour and 10-minute movie. Which that helped move the pacing along, I thought. Which a lot of times in longer movies, man, I'll get lost and I'll start looking at my phone. And I want to get the hell out of the theater, but this I didn't have that with this.
I do think they could have knocked this down to an hour and a half film.
Yeah, they could have cut out probably.
But I mean, that's just me being a 90s slasher fan, which I think every movie's perfect at 90 minutes.
Absolutely. 3 acts, 30 minutes each. Get the hell out of there.
All I need. Let me go home after that.
Set up the story, ramp it in the middle, finish it at the end. That's it. That's all you need.
But
Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say the beginning scene of this movie is pretty intense with the voiceover and the girl talking.
That was a very good decision made there. Really got you into the movie and just the creepiness and the unknown of it all and the mystery of it. Like they really put you in that mood. So yeah, I like that choice for sure.
It also felt like a weird Final Fantasy reference for the nerds that get it when you start Final Fantasy VII, and it has the little
Greatest
girl.
video game ever.
Oh yeah, it has the little girl explaining fucking whatever the factory's called.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's a I'm from here, and it's the little girl voice. It's like immediately what it made me think of.
Yeah, those little girl voices can be creepy for sure. Definitely. Yeah, I like that of it. The acting was great. The acting was top notch with everybody. I didn't have a problem with any of the actors. There were some parts in it that were probably like too funny, but that's where where his comedy background comes in. Like there was that end scene, jumping ahead, but that end scene had people laughing out loud through the whole thing, and I was like, it kind of just changes the whole tone of the film, I guess.
It did change the whole tone of the film, but my complaint with the end isn't even the running scene. Besides the fact it's like this woman was bedridden and now she's outrunning a but I know me as a 30-year-old man, I cannot outrun a 9-year-old.
Well, here's the thing, and one of the things that I had the biggest problem with, and I guess we'll just jump ahead to that. So, well, first let's just talk about maybe we'll get back to that because I don't want to, go to the end of the movie. We won't even go back to the beginning. We're like all over the place, like a dog seeing a squirrel right now. But so the concept of the movie is at 2:17 at night, 17 kids just go missing, fly out of the door of their house, never to be seen again, or never to be seen again until the end of the movie.
The Naruto run right out the front door.
Naruto run, right? That's what I thought. I told my kid, I said, doing the Naruto run. They said, I don't know what I'm talking about.
When I left, there was a bunch of teenagers just running around the parking lot of the movie theater like that. And I was like, this is awesome. I'm not upset at them.
No, that's a great thing. And they actually had 2:17 as the time for the movie. For some of the showings were at 2:17, which I thought that was see how they did with their marketing, and I bet you they did 19 million. Yeah, it was genius. But so a couple things that were kind of weird with this is that I didn't like is like the scene where the dad is dreaming, and there's the AR-15 over the house with 2:17. Was it just the dumbest shoehorn thing that really didn't move anything along?
Yeah, it didn't explain it. They didn't show another gun in the movie. They were mainly like, here's a weapon in the movie called Weapons.
That
we have to
like
do
that's
this
all
somehow.
it was. It seemed like that was all it was. This movie's called Weapons, so we got to have one somewhere. When obviously, we're not totally fucking stupid. The term weapons, like she weaponized the children and the other people that she possessed. Like we didn't need the gun there.
That part made little to no sense to me. I also, another thing I want to complain about, which I think happened before that scene, is when she's like having the main girl.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember her name, but she's having that nightmare and she opens her eyes and the jump scare on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I thought that was Dracula. I had to come home and like watch a YouTube video.
Julie Garner. Justine.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, Julie Garner. Isn't that she played Silver Surfer, didn't she?
She did. She also played the main the main actress in Wolfman, which was the worst movie ever.
Yeah, sorry about those free tickets.
Yeah, I know. Right? I wanted my money back. Oh, it was horrible.
that scene where like it was the ant on the ceiling, but the way that they had her body folded, I was like, that's weird. Why is there a vampire on the ceiling?
Yeah.
And then I like sat there for another half the movie. I was like, wait, why the fuck was there a vampire?
That was the Gladys. That was Gladys.
Yeah. I realized that after.
Gladys, though. That doesn't make any sense.
But a huge complaint I have about this movie, and it started in the Justine thing, is they spray paint witch on the side of her car.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happened, I went, well, that's what's happening. Like in the movie, there's a witch somewhere. And I feel like they could have left that part out and left it way more ambiguous.
Yeah, they wanted to paint the side of her car. Why wouldn't they write bitch?
Bitch. That's what I thought. I was like, did I
Make
get
more
an
sense?
edited version?
Yeah, it would make more sense because they're not thinking that nobody's thinking she's an actual fucking witch. There's no evidence of that. There's no reason for you to think that.
Yeah, it was never brought up until it was spray painted on her car, and I still didn't hear any other characters say, well, are you a witch?
Yeah, no, nobody thought that at all. So there's no reason for that to be there. That was just.
So I feel like.
But I can't understand the town being angry and blaming her and writing bitch on her car, especially since she was banging the one guy's wife. I mean, no, vice versa. Strike that, reverse it. She was banging the one girl's husband.
Yeah, but that just ruined the whole movie for me because immediately right there, they just told me the whole aspect. Like, just off the name weapons, I'm not assuming it's a witch movie. And then
I never did.
And then they put witch in giant letters 20 minutes in, and I was like, all right, they're going to fight fucking witches. That's what the movie's about.
But I did love the witch, though. Gladys was awesome, man.
Oh, dude, Gladys. Her jump scares were next level that they gave her, too.
Yeah, definitely was cool. And her making the parents stab themselves in the face with a fucking fork.
Well, I think that was no one's brought it up, and I've seen it in a lot of videos. So this might be like the first reference that someone's brought up about this. But The Whitest Kid You Know made a movie called Miss March.
Okay.
And in that movie, Trevor Moore, who's passed away, he gets a fellatio from a girl with epilepsy.
Okay.
And she bites down on his Johnson, and he gets her off by stabbing her in the face with a fork.
Okay, no, see, so you know that then. See, I don't know that, but I did read somewhere that there was something in there that was a tribute to that guy.
Yeah, the hot dog scene, because there's a scene of a guy dying at the hospital.
Oh, so this isn't it either. Okay, right.
This isn't it. I'm like the first, because I've watched a couple videos like people talking about it, and no one's brought up that connection of like the Whitest Kid You Know famous stab in the face with the fork, and that he puts it in the movie.
Right on. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I dug that. There was a couple things that I really didn't like. Like, in my opinion, 2:17 in the morning, kids leave the house. They're picked up on Ring cameras. Nobody in the neighborhood sees them. There doesn't happen to be somebody driving by to see this.
I also had that question because it showed them running down streets past houses. I was like,
yeah.
So all these kids ran out their front door and we lost track of them. What about everyone else's Ring doorbell on the street?
Right, or their dogs barking, or
like you're telling me no
the guy that works third shift coming home at whatever 2:17,
or you're in the suburbs and none of the people around that demonic witch house have a Ring doorbell. Like none of the neighbors.
No, get the fuck out of here. There's no way. And that's what my son was saying. It's like, whoa, they live in a really rich neighborhood where it's not very populated and blah blah blah. I said, dude, I've hung out in these neighborhoods. Those people are so goddamn nosy. They would have been out there as soon as they heard the dog make the slightest noise.
It would make more sense for them to be in the hood and not have Ring.
Yeah, because they'd be like, ain't trying to deal with that. Plus the dog's barking all night anyway, dumb shit.
I live in Rocky River, which is like the most suburban area around us, and I promise you, people have Ring doorbells on their apartment doors here.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like the suburbs, everyone's got a Ring doorbell. They would have found those kids that same night.
Yeah, definitely. So I didn't like that. And they're all running in a straight line too. Just through stuff, over stuff to try to get to this. Nobody heard their fence breaking.
How do you guys not hear your kid? I don't know if it's my dad's sense, but if my front door opens while I'm asleep, I hear that shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know when my kids move in their room.
Yep, definitely. So that was a little hard to believe, but I mean, in movies, you want to suspend your disbelief and get into the movie, So, but that was like there was 3 problems I had. That was one of them. I didn't like the stupid AR-15. And what was the third one? Oh, the third one was, and I figured this out, but they never say it in the movie. at the end of the movie where they finally do find the kids, and the kids, the guy, the kid that wasn't taken, whatever, possesses the kids to kill the fucking lady, and then in that scene, in that scene when she dies, immediately they're no longer under control, but only the guy that played Thanos. What's his name? Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin.
Yeah,
he's back to normal completely, but the other ones aren't.
I didn't even think about that. Maybe it's because he wasn't under control long.
That's what some people are saying, and that's sort of why. But you were wondering why she was bedridden and then able to run from the kids, right? She was siphoning energy off the kids and the people that she possessed. So the longer she did that, the more damage she did to them internally, so they couldn't turn back. But they never really say that that's what she's doing in the movie. They never say that she has these kids to siphon energy off of them. You're just made to have to come up with that yourself. And when we get witch on the side of the car right there on the nose, they're telling you that plain as day. Why couldn't they tell you, like, this is the reason she wants these kids? Why do you got to come up with that yourself? And that was a problem for sure. And I didn't figure that out until like a day or two ago. So that was like not clear at all.
They also dropped that line at the end of the movie where they're like, it's some of like the last line of the movie, not to hop ahead, but is some of them started to talk again.
Yeah.
And it ends, and that ending just fucking infuriated me.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because some of the kids, she siphoned more out of them, so they weren't able to come back, just like the parents. They also said he's not feeding them soup anymore, but somebody else is. Because they stayed that way forever, because they were there the longest. But all in all, I enjoyed myself. I wouldn't call it a 10 out of 10 movie by any stretch. Or it's one of the better movies this year, but it's not the best movie of the year. The kill at the end was, we do our award show at the end of the year, and one of the categories is best kill, and it's going to be hard to beat that.
That's probably still the best kill of the year. Just that whole scene and how much it breaks the feeling of the movie.
Yeah.
In my eyes, like it's goofy, but I think it kind of makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
And just the pan shots through random people's houses. Like I was belly laughing in the theater. Like, what the fuck?
Everybody was. Yeah, everybody was. And they're, going like Jason through doors and shit. It was just because, again, when they're weaponized, they go straight to the thing. Like the principal, he went straight to the girl. Like, no, nothing in my way. I'm going straight to you. So just like the kids leaving at 217, they would have went straight through people's fences.
The effect they put on the prince, Benedict Wong, who plays the principal.
Yeah.
The effects they put on his eyes were they were gnarly. Like I was hoping the rest of like the possessed people got that like eye bulging effect. It's kind of upsetting they don't, but like I don't know, maybe it's just the makeup looked really good on Benedict Wong, but it was he looked sick possessed.
Yeah, and some pretty decent heavy hitters with the acting. Like he's a good actor. Josh Brolin's a good actor. Julie Garner's a good actress. Man,
we had a lot of Marvel heavy hitters in there.
Yeah, you had some Marvel people. All three of those people are Marvel. So I wonder if they had like some ties to the studios that Marvel was producing.
Our Marvel's just hired everyone by now.
Oh yeah, so everybody's tied to a Marvel movie.
That's every celebrity's at least a superhero at one point, or a villain. You become a Marvel or a DC guy at one point.
Yeah, shit. Josh Brolin's two of them. He's Thanos and he's Cable in Deadpool.
Dude, I have a weird problem now though. Ever since Josh Brolin did play Thanos, every time I see him, I'm like in my head, I'm like, it's fucking Thanos.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all I could think.
That's why when I was telling my kid, when I was talking to him about it, I was like, yeah, and then you had Thanos, he's doing this, this, and this. Even call him by his name.
I don't care what other movies he's been in. Don't give me No Country for Old Men talk.
Goonies?
Yeah, Goonies. I don't care. That's Thanos.
American Gangster. Yeah, he's been in some shit.
I forgot about American Gangster.
That's a really good one. Love that movie. So, what would you grade this film? We'll go ahead and grade it.
3.5
on a letter grade scale from F to A.
On a letter grade. Give me a second. I dropped out of high school a long time ago. I have to remember how these work. I don't know, like a B minus.
B minus, and I'd be at it just probably a straight B. B plus B. We'll go with B. B and a B minus. Yeah, and that's great. That's a great score. That's a great movie. You're going to really enjoy it if you watch it. It's different. It's not something you've ever seen. It's not a perfect movie, though. And that's what everybody's telling you, that it's 100% of Rotten Tomatoes, greatest movie of the year. You might still think it's a great movie, and you might think it's one of the best movie of the year.
I think a lot of it is I'm not a guy who watches movies and picks up on like the undertone meaning of the film.
What is this?
So like,
oh, that's what that is. Well, you got this weird background I don't know about.
So some people are like, oh, it's all about like alcoholism and having alcoholic parents, and I'm like, I'm not smart enough to pick up on any of that unless you tell me.
Yeah, some people were saying it has to do with that. Some people were saying it had to do with school shootings.
I thought it had to deal with a witch. It's like,
yeah, right.
I picked up from it. There's a witch.
Yeah, there was a witch there, and she did witch stuff. Yeah. I mean,
I think if you're one of those people that could pick up on the undertones of movies or those things matter to you, you might love this movie more than me or Rick. But I'm a slasher guy, so there's not much brains in the horror movies I watch. You know, I'm known for liking trauma. Like everyone knows, if you watch the whole damn enchilada, the bad movies are kind of my thing.
Yeah, definitely. But no, with this, I think Zach Kreger even said that like this isn't, he basically said it's about what you've seen, but then but if you got this and this out of it, that wasn't his intention. But cool, because art is subjective. You'll look at a painting and you'll say, I think the artist meant this and this, and you'll listen to a song and be like, oh, this is what it was about, but really it's not. The guy singing the song, it's then he ain't even the guy that wrote it, so how the hell does he even know what it's about? Sometimes it's what it is, And they'll try to, people will try to tie the meaning of the song to the guy singing the song, but if the guy singing the song isn't the guy that wrote it, it's not even really necessarily about him. So it's just what you get out of it and what you feel about it, and everybody's going to have a different opinion. It's fine to have one. Let us know in the comments what you thought of this, and what you thought it meant. I just thought it was a cool witch movie.
Yeah,
that was enough for me.
I got out of it.
It was enough for me. And minor problems that I have with it, really, really good movie. And it's gonna probably win Kill of the Year. And
I don't see anything beating it.
Julie Garner might get nominated in our award show for Actress of the Year. Maybe we'll see how that goes. But it's gonna be talked about for sure. I don't think it'll be nominated for Film of the Year. It might be, but I don't think it'll win.
I will say Zach Kreger has done really good on his 2 horror movies at putting really memorable deaths.
Speaking of memorable deaths in his movies and blah, 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 Justin Long's in this and he don't die.
I was in the bathroom. I missed it. I went to go take a piss and I came back in at the ending credits. I'm sitting there like reading the credits and I looked at my friend I was with and I was like, Justin fucking Long was in this? Who did he play? My buddy was you were in the bathroom, and then I came home, and someone's like, about the Justin Long accusations? And I was like, oh, man.
I don't know about this.
Me neither. I mean, I probably should read into them, but I was like, let me enjoy
so much. Oh, man.
Let me enjoy Justin Long.
Yeah.
And then I'll read into it when it comes to my attention. But it can't be horrible if they're still booking him for A-list movies.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp hasn't been in a movie in years, so Justin Long couldn't have done that bad.
I mean, wasn't his last movie the Tusk sequel? What's it called?
I think so. Yoga Hosers.
Yeah.
It's a horrible movie.
It's
Not
so
even
fantastic, though. I love it.
The little Nazi sausages, and they're all just
They're
and they're all just Kevin Smith.
Like that dude was sitting around getting high, like like what are we gonna do for a movie? Call Johnny,
right.
Dude. I'll put your daughter in it.
He's petitioning right now to make a Rocky and Bullwinkle movie.
I say let him.
Oh, dude, he's just been on Instagram. He's like, I've been on Facebook Marketplace buying Rocky and Bullwinkle stuff. And I'm like, it's insane to sell all your Bullwinkle stuffed animal and Kevin Smith shows up at your front door.
That sounds like something you would do, dude. You go down a rabbit hole buying some shit like, fuck it, I want to make a movie about this. That totally sounds like a you move.
Yeah, it does sound like
what do you and Kevin Smith have in common?
Credit card debt.
That smoking lots of weed.
Yeah.
That definitely sounds like a marijuana influenced decision on his part. But yeah, no, that's great. I say let him. I think it'd be fantastic. He's one of my favorite directors. I'm not going to be like some of his fans where they tell you all of his movies are great because they're not.
Chasing Amy sucks.
I like it.
I'll rewatch it though. I watch every. I'll be one of those Kevin Smith fans. I ain't never seen a bad Kevin Smith movie. I've enjoyed every one.
Even the one with Bruce Willis and what's his name? The cop.
He only directed that. He didn't write it.
He directed it to get paid so he could make I think he used that money for Red State. I'm pretty sure.
Red State. It's a shame it hasn't hit streaming and stuff. Like
it is now. It's on Tubi.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
Man, you guys should watch Red State. Red State is insane.
I love it. Is that a horror movie? Somebody's telling me it's not.
It's definitely, I don't like a horror thriller, I'd say.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's real light. It's pretty terrifying. It's almost, there's another movie, I wouldn't say it's similar, but have you ever heard the movie Rampage?
No.
So Rampage was like when Netflix came out, and like that's how I discovered like Thanksgiving and Rubber, like those like weird horror movies.
Right.
There's these movies called Rampage. I don't recommend watching them with your kids, but it's literally from the point of view of a mass shooter.
Oh,
and it follows him, and they made like 4 of them.
Wow.
And like he is not the good guy, but essentially the movie plays out like you're watching him just like slaughter a town. And I don't know why that, like, it's just this idea of the cult and realism in it. Like, shit, this could actually happen.
Yeah, it sounds cool. Definitely have to,
which makes it a horror film, like the terrifying thought of the unknown. I would say, shit can happen whenever.
Yeah, real shit can be really scary for sure. We watch these movies with all these supernatural elements that aren't really going to happen. But you watch these movies like Red State where that shit is happening, and it makes it a little more scary, I think. But on that note, I guess we've been going about 50 minutes. We covered everything we can about this movie. We definitely recommend this movie, and watch the channel because we're going to be doing more of these reviews. Like we're going to have one up about Hell House LLC Lineage. We're going to see that on Thursday. I think Brewster's seen Witchboard yesterday, so we'll be doing one of these about Witchboard in a couple days. So as my peoples go to see these movies, we will talk about these movies because it's hard to talk about them on the live because we don't want to spoil them for you. So on here, you'll know that there's spoilers. We're not going to accidentally spoil it like I would on the live. So, when we review a movie on the live, we got to keep it so bare minimum. And here we can get a little bit more in depth. And since this is the first one we did like this, I don't know, maybe it was good. Tell us what you thought about it. Did we do a good job? What can we do to be better at this? I got some ideas in my head, but practice is what we need. Practice. But on that note, you got anything you want to add before I hit end record here?
Don't forget to check out Summer Screams on the Talkin Tapes Media YouTube channel. And don't forget that we are actively taking submissions for the Halloween special. Go ahead and DM any of our pages. If you don't know how to do that, message Rick and tell him.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Me message you.
I'll forward the information for sure. All right. Now, on that note, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, tune in live every Thursday, except this coming Thursday, but this will already have happened. Blah, blah. Forget I said that. Most Thursdays, except this one, we will be live on Facebook and YouTube at 7 Eastern. And if we're not live, we will have a pre-recorded show up for you to enjoy. And on that note, we will see you then. Have a great night, everybody.